Here we are at CoD Champs with the man himself, Kenny from Under T, man. Coming off a big win there real quick against Sicaria. Talk to me a little bit about going into that game.
Going into that, we know a few of the players on the team, so we knew not to take them lightly. They're a really good team, but it was like one of those things where it was the first match of the event, so it was kind of like our momentum match. So winning at 3-0 was big for us.
How does it feel coming in here, trying to get that first game under the belt? Does it help getting that win, obviously?
It's kind of like, it's not like scary, but it's like, how are we going to play that first match? That first match like predicts the rest of the tournament. Like, are we playing good that first match? Are we playing bad? I feel like we played pretty good, so, I mean, I was just excited to play.
Well, coming out of Miami, not the finish you guys wanted there, back-to-back wins, then go to Miami, coming out 6th or 7th place. What did you guys take away from Miami to say, hey, let's grow on this as we go into Champs?
I think that we did prepare like really well for Miami, so I don't think it was a complacency thing, but it was more the fact we just came out slow. Like we tried to like switch up stuff and perfect our hard points, where like COD isn't, you can't perfect your gameplay. So we kind of like messed up on a few things, and we went back after that and watched like what we used to do when we were winning, and kind of try to implement that back into our hard point.
For you coming into this event, was there anything particular you wanted to work on in your game?
I think it's more of like listening and just like being more talkative to my teammates. I feel like even though people look at Slash as like our leader, I feel like there's a lot of plays where I like to call and like people listen. So it's like more of like listening to my own calls sometimes and listening to other calls and making calls. So I feel like me just in general, just talking and communication.
Well, it definitely does show. When you seem to be rolling, the rest of the team does roll along. And for you getting into that moment, what is it like? How do you jump into that moment where you just feel like you're taking control?
I don't feel like it's like me in particular taking control. I feel like it's our team. Like when I'm just running on the map and I just know a teammate's beside me and I don't even have to call it out or communicate. I just know we're like one right now. Like we're just running through the map. Our teamwork's on point. Our communication has to be on point because we're just near each other on the map. I feel like when the map's just rolling, we're just getting every kill, getting every point. I just know we're taking over, and it's just a good feeling. So during those times, I just take a deep breath, slow down the comms a little bit, and just keep the maps rolling.
Well, you guys had a big win in London this year, your first championship. Then you come back home, win one with Nate Shot in Anaheim. Being here at Champs, what would it mean to win this event for you?
For it to be possibly the last Champs, it'll be big for me because I got second last year for sure. And it'd be big to win for 100T because this was like their first CoD Champs, so to win it and go out this game with a bang, it would be amazing, to be honest.
Well, you mentioned going out of this game, looking into next year, the whole franchise thing. Is there any pressure and any maybe amongst all the players, just a lot of chatter of all this changes going on?
Definitely a lot of pressure just because I feel like there's some players that are like set for next year that know they're going to get on the team. There's some players that it's kind of like iffy, like they're just new this year and they don't know. Definitely a lot of pressure, but I feel like you just got to focus on this tournament. This tournament is like the scouting grounds for next year. So if you do good at this tournament, you're going to get a good team.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm sure we're going to hear a ton of Run It Up this weekend. Do you have any last things to say to the fans as they look forward to this weekend?
Just thank you for supporting us. We're trying to put on a show for you this weekend, and that's it.
Well, awesome, man. Best of luck as you guys pursue Sunday.
Thank you. Have a good one.